Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Is that good? I feel like that's pretty on point for that. Who is that? It's one of those things where I should Google it, but I can't bring myself to put the finger power into Googling who says that on that Rihanna song. Honestly, it reminds me of Bjork. Shine bright like a diamond. Doesn't that sound like Bjork? I used to do a Bjork impression in my early stand-up days that quickly became not really a touchstone of societal influences or something that sounds more coherent than what I just said. But it was a joke about how Bjork, it was something about Bjork singing about the weather on the East Coast and how the weather is so erratic, and it's like a Bjork song where it's like, it was winter and then the sun came out and it was warm and then it got cold. Something like that. Something amazing like that that had to hit the old cutting room floor. That's why if we can just ask all our entertainers to remain relevant at all times, that will help us comedians. So thank you. Now, I realize I'm coming back after Bill Burr pretty much dismantled the entire premise of this podcast and told me all about all the walls I have up. I feel like the theme song of that episode is, I keep thinking, I think it's Whitney Houston, where she's like, you break down my walls with the strength of your love. But you know the song. You all are huge Whitney Houston fans, I would assume, if you're fans of the podcast. If not, little homework assignment. Listen to every Whitney song that was ever created. She was a genius. Why do all the good ones go? Speaking of good ones, I made a song that I honestly, as you know, I do not get high. I just don't do it. But there is this song that I made and I sent it to Cool Kojak, aka Kojak, aka, well, I won't tell you what his real name is, but it's pretty entertaining. I made a song. I record the audio on my phone and I sent it to him to make a song. And I have no recollection of recording this or why I did, but he sent me this produced song. So we have a new song to play. It's about one of the American greats, one of our news people, a news person. No idea why I made this song. But next time you see him on TV, might want to give it an old play-a-rooney.
Wolf Blitzer, we love you, Wolf Blitzer. Wolf Blitzer, we love you, Wolf Blitzer. Wolf Blitzer, we love you, Wolf Blitzer. I'm Dasher, I'm Dancer, I'm Blitzer, we love you. I'm Dasher, I'm Dancer, I'm Blitzer. Blitzer, we love you, we love you, we love you.
Ugh. I could not be more annoying. I don't think there's a way I could other than that song. That pretty much I've outdone myself. But as I'm listening to it, I am imagining just dancing wildly all around Wolf Blitzer as he's like in some sort of a white leather suit to match his hair and skin. And we're just going nuts. I mean, booty dancing, just shaking it all around Wolf Blitzer. I saw The Wiz recently, which I had never seen, which is crazy that there is a movie that is Diana Ross and Michael Jackson as co-stars. And I think it's crazy. What were my parents doing that I never saw that movie in my life? What were they? They were not checked into any culture whatsoever. They gave me no musical taste. I learned that on the streets of the biggity. Oh. No, but honestly, my dad listened to Alpha Blondie and Tracy Chapman largely because he was, he was married to a black woman, and I think she brought those influences. They would like go to Alpha Blondie concerts. I had my second Southwest flight with Too Short. It's becoming a tradition at this point. I mean, I was standing at the airport and here's what's crazy. I'm standing at the Burbank airport getting ready to get on a Southwest flight, and I see E40. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Southwest is just like a rapper's express. It's just like every time. And I'm smiling to myself, just watching E40 from afar, enjoying that we're going to be on this flight together. And then I look up and like a foot away from my face is Too Short again. Too Short! I mean, can you imagine if that plane had gone down? Me, Too Short, E40. I mean, the Bay Area would be in tears for about 10 years. Anyway, Too Short had a lot of interesting theories. Yes, I know his name is Todd, but I can't really, I can't call him that. But he had a lot of interesting theories about a lot of different things that we discussed for the flight. I guess I hope one day that he'll call in. I don't want to put his words in my mouth. I'm already babbling way too long. All right. I went to the Bay Area for my grandmother's 90th birthday. So I do want to call her at some point in the podcast, but let's take a call and see, let's take the temp of what's going on with you guys. I love you, Wolf Blitzer. That is the best name. Like, I know it's like we've all gotten used to it now, but just imagine walking around this earth and your name is Wolf Blitzer.
Call from Carter.
Carter?
Oh my Lord!
Carter, you better be calling from Kentucky.
Wow, that really caught me off guard. I was like having a mid-conversation with my boyfriend. Take you off speaker.
Oh, take it off speaker. Yeah, that'll improve the sound quality considerably.
Is it better now?
That is better. How are you? Your name is Carter?
Yes.
That's fun.
Yeah, I think it's a little more normal from the South to have an androgynous name.
Oh, that is, maybe I should get out there. Carter, what do you do? What's your profession?
I work in education reform, so I work mostly with charter schools in New York City.
More like Carter schools, am I right?
It's funny you say that because I have the president of my organization. He has this crazy history with schools in New York City. He's just a delightful guy. But every once in a while, when I first started working there, he would walk by my office and go, "Hiya, Charter," instead of Carter. And I just have the nerve to correct him. So I kind of was Charter around the office.
That's a new sound effect. Just, testing it out, giving it a little test run. Now, did you have something you wanted to discuss, or do you want me to throw some topics at you?
Well, so I left a message for you not long ago because I was going to tell you a bear story, and I feel like maybe you're over that.
No. We have someone, a live witness. A bear? Is this a bear attack? Let's get it! A bear story at long last. This better end in someone's head being torn off, or I will be severely disappointed. Bear story. Countdown to the bear story. 3, 2, 1. What happened? Carter, what happened? What's the bear story? Come on, you got to work on your timing, Carter.
So I was in Wyoming.
Okay.
I was in the Tetons with a friend of mine. And it was our third night out. My hobby is long distance hiking, so I actually like to go out and hike like 10, 15, 20 miles a day, spend the night, and do this consistently for a month at a time when I get the chance. So it's
That's
kind of a
crazy.
weird hobby. This was a shorter hike. It was 5 days. This was day 3, I think. And we had our tent, my friend and I each in our own tent, and my dad had forced me to take bear spray with me.
To take bear spray,
concerned
okay.
about grizzlies. Have you ever heard of bear spray?
Oh, well, I mean, I can piece together what it is.
Sure. Okay. So my friend was a little more nervous than I was, and she kept the bear spray, took an Ambien, passed out.
Oh, my
and I was
God.
lying awake in my tent, and I hear like a little goosh, 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 goosh. I can't really explain the noise, but it's like heavy, heavy footprints, and it's no doubt it's a bear. So what was crazy is it circled my tent in the middle of the night for 3 hours.
Oh, my God. Were you crying?
I didn't cry. My body went into some sort of weird shock. I had tremors, which I'd never had before.
Were you crying out of your doo-doo hole?
It's making me nervous right now just thinking about it. So all the while, the only thing that kept me calm was thinking, all right, my buddy's in the next tent. She's got the bear spray. If the bear just like lifts up a paw and smacks down on the tent, she'll save me, no problem. But I never heard a peep from her. And when it was finally time to get up, the bear had wandered off as the sun came up.
Yeah.
And I stuck my head out the tent. It was clear. I'm like, Sarah, was that just the scariest night of your life, too? That was my hiking partner.
Right.
She is out cold, didn't hear a thing the whole night. And I was like, oh, let's get out of here. So we pack up. And that was only night 1 of the bear story. Night 2, so I'm a little on edge. So we slept. Is this story dragging on a little bit?
No. I'm actually legitimately very interested in every aspect of this story.
So we slept in the same tent the next night because I was so shaken up and so nervous. And I didn't want to go through the experience alone again if the bears came back the next night.
Right.
So we slept through the night, no problem. In the morning, I woke up and there's the front of the tent where your zipper is, and then there's where your feet are. So I unzipped the tent, and I kind of curled my head around because we were at this beautiful lake. These are snow-capped mountains. I mean, some of the best scenery I've ever seen in my life.
You have a great life.
Did you say I have a great life?
Yeah. Just interjecting.
I do. I do.
Okay.
But I feel like a lot of people could do this, like hiking. It's pretty.
No, it's
not
kind
an
of
expensive hobby. Once you have the gear, it's kind of just a matter of getting there and feeling like walking every day.
Well,
right?
it's pretty exceptional what you're up to.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So just take it in.
Okay.
Just absorb that compliment. You're an exceptional woman. So you poke your head out. You're curling your head around the little tent flap.
Right. Curl my head around, and there are 2 bears at the foot of the tent. So, like, maybe 6 feet from me. One.
I already feel a little disappointed because the fact that you're telling me this story, I know it's not going to end how I want it to.
I mean, I wasn't mauled to death. If
Right.
That was the ending you're looking for.
Right. But that's all right. I'll take whatever happened.
Did you shorten the jackpot, North?
No,
it
dude.
feels a little tighter.
No, it just feels like that because it's for you, so you're soaking it in, and you're just like, I deserve more of a jackpot.
So I'm like, all right, Sarah, it's happening again. You got to get up. There's 2 bears at the foot of our tent.
Right.
And so we just kind of stay in the tent and watch them sniff around, poke at the tent a little bit, and then we wait until they're gone. And this is where this is truly embarrassing. As somebody who claims to love hiking and camping this much, I made a real rookie mistake, which is that once
you
the
held
bears
out,
were gone from our
Let me guess first.
camp,
Let me guess what your mistake was. Did you hold out a bunch of carrots in your open palm?
Pretty much. Yeah, it was cooked oatmeal.
Yeah. Did you come at the bear with a little pot of cooked oatmeal? Just tiptoeing towards it. Easy.
I mean, sort of. We stayed there. I should have packed up and left, and I was like, I'm going to cook us a little breakfast.
Oh, my God. You're like, maybe a pot of honey.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not proud of it, but it did make for a good story because, of course, they came back immediately.
Oh, my God.
And when they came back, I had 2 pots of food going, and I had food sprawled out all around me and totally separated from my hiking partner.
Separated from your hiking partner?
Yeah, she was over by some tents changing. This is what it looked like. It looked like me cooking the food, looking over at my friend Sarah. She's having a moment, putting on her clothes for the day. So I'm like, oh, I don't look, I'm giving her some privacy. Next thing I know, I turn back, she's gone, and the bear is where she was standing, except it's a bear and a cub. So I'm like, oh, no. Where's Sarah? I hear her from the tent, like, making a lot of weird, oh, no noises as well. And so they're coming at me really slowly. And that's the good news. Is like, we're not talking an immediate charge. They're just kind of ambling towards me.
Right.
But I've got this food everywhere. And I know enough to be like, this is the worst case scenario to have all this food between me and these bears. And
a cub, right? That's a bad thing.
Yes, and if you can imagine, when I joke about this story with my parents, this little bear had almost like a blonde wig, which was very like, it was a brown bear, but just a little blonde tuft on top. So
like that would have been
adorable, but again, like your body just kind of goes into, I don't know if it's shock or what, but I was shaking again where I couldn't really move my hands fast enough.
Oh my God.
So there's this, there's obviously these places are well trodden, and it's normal for bears to come around, I think, because they have these huge poles, like a giant T shape. And they're not T, like the sign pi. So 2 poles that go straight up and a pole across and a hook on it. And there's one freestanding pole, and you're supposed to hang your food on the freestanding pole, lift it up into the air, and then hang it high on this giant pie shape. I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah. Kind of worth the hassle, though, not to be eaten alive.
No, it is, but I was shaking so much I couldn't get it up there. Because I'm like banging around,
but
and
isn't
my muscles
it too
aren't working.
Late? Isn't
and
it
again, Sarah still has the bear spray, and she's not with me.
Isn't it too late, though, at that point? Like, once they're already coming at you and in your face, it's not time to go hang things on the bear pole. Wouldn't you just abandon the food and let them have it?
So I think one of the mantras in camping is a fed bear is a dead bear. And I was like reverberating through my head. Because I also don't want to because what will happen is the bears get used to having a lot of food, they'll begin to just terrorize any human they see from then on out, and they'll have to be either put into a new area eventually or probably just killed.
Right.
So trying to be a good person, get rid of the food.
You're being like a nature conservationist in the moment. You're thinking about nature and the cycle of life over your own actual survival.
Yeah, but that's why this bear obsession you have really speaks to me. I wish I could send you some pictures of my house. I'm not a crazy lady, but there's a lot of bear imagery around me right now. It's like really speaks to me.
Okay.
So basically what happened was Sarah had the bear spray. We met up a hill a little bit and kind of stood there until they wandered. Well, you know what it was I left.
You're like, oh, you know what it was? You know what it was?
The bear was curious and stuck his nose near the boiling water and pawed it, and the boiling water shot into his face, and they scampered off.
She threw boiling water into his face?
No. The bear put the boiling water in his own face.
I couldn't hear what you said about the boiling water.
I had left boiling water on, and the bear tried to paw at it, and when he pawed at it, it poured the boiling water himself, and he got scared and ran away.
Oh my God, that's kind of amazing.
So that's my bear story.
So if you ever see a bear in the woods with his face half boiled off, that's that's how you turn life into a campfire story. But also, of course, he was able to kill Sarah before he got away, right?
Yeah, Sarah is no longer with us.
Hey, R.I.P. Sarah. Listen, great story. 100% on board. What, before you go, what snacks do you bring on these 20-mile hikes? Like, what's a good, efficient snack for that kind of an activity?
It's so cliche, but if you can make your own trail mix that's got a good mix of fats and nuts and something that you like, that usually works for me really well. And then, believe it or not, cheese holds. Cheese will hold, like a sharp cheddar. It'll hold in a brown bag for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days at a time.
What? I'm going to start doing this in my apartment.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. I'm so glad I learned that, because you get bored. You want fresh food out there so bad, because it's the one thing you can't have. It's all dry food. So cheese adds an element of like, something fresh.
Yeah,
you know?
Wow. So I could just carry cheese in my purse all the time? If I want like a little, I'm always looking for a snack.
I don't know. I also have a friend who's in the, like the food and bev, what do you call that? Where they, like, not FBA, but, I don't know. I'm gonna check with her on this cheese thing, carrying cheese in your purse, because I'm not sure that works.
Well, definitely check with her. Tweet me the answer, because I will be doing it from now on until the day I die. Thank you for calling. Great story.
Thanks, Chelsea.
Bye. Channing Tatum on the mind. I was just talking about Channing Tatum on a walk with my dear friend. Hold on, let's see what this
call from. Tina.
Whoa?
Hi.
Hi, who is this?
Tina.
Dina?
Tina. D-I-N-A.
Dina, as in dinosaur?
No, Gina as in Gina, like.
Oh, Gina as in Gina Peretti. That's my aunt's name, Gina.
Gina. Talking to you, everybody says that.
Well, not everyone. Listen, do you have any thoughts on Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum? I didn't like him just because I was. Not only because it was like, oh, everybody likes him. And then I caved, and now I do.
Yeah, you don't, ladies, you don't always have to be different. You know, you can just fall in line sometimes, and such is the case with Channing Tatum, world's sexiest man. What made you cave?
I went and saw Magic Mike.
Exactly.
And me and my friends yelled out, not a dry seat in the house.
You and your friends are disgusting. But honest to God, I mean, that movie, I just think it's crazy. Like, you know how threatened men are by Channing Tatum? It is hilarious. Like, when I talk about how sexy he is, like, all the guys get really bent out of shape about it. But I feel like in Hollywood, every single woman is the equivalent of a Channing Tatum. Are you a good dancer?
I kind of just don't give a fuck, and I dance anyway.
So that's a no. Okay, listen, let me give you a food test. I have some new foods to add to the palate, the food test. So okay. I'll say a food, you say if it's good or bad, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Okay.
Yam fries.
Yam?
Sweet potato fries. Sweet potato fries.
Oh, good as long as they don't have cinnamon sugar on them.
Wrong. Wrong. Always bad. Sausage.
Yes.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
It's kind of disrespectful to sausage, the level of hesitation.
Yeah. It's, like, I'm not like, oh my God, I want some sausage, but.
Well, your hesitation was correct. Sausage is bad. You were wrong. Should have gone with your gut. Okay, now the spice turmeric. Turmeric? I don't know how to say it.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not like a go-to spice or something, but.
So your answer is good or bad?
It smells weird.
I see a real hesitance to commit here. You have to say good or bad, then I'll tell you right or wrong.
Good.
Wrong! Goat cheese. Goat cheese.
What'd you say?
Goat cheese. The cheese of a goat.
Oh, I like goat cheese.
So, again, you say good or bad?
Okay, good.
Correct.
Delicious.
Saved yourself at the end there with goat cheese. Congratulations. You win nothing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in. Bye. All right. I haven't used my little we're out of time. That's how it sounds, right? Now, let's see. Here's a
Call from
Mark.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Mark?
Oh, hey.
Mark, hi, how are you? This is Chelsea. How are you?
I'm good.
Have you seen The Wiz?
The Wiz?
Mm-hmm. Starring Michael Jackson, as well as Diana Ross.
No.
As well as.
What?
Did you have something you wanted to discuss, or do you want me to keep throwing some topics at you?
Oh, topics.
Are there still life coaches?
Oh, yeah.
Would you get one if you could afford it?
No.
Have you ever been kicked by a donkey?
No.
Are your parents still together?
Oh, no.
Do you use a lot of hair products?
No, never.
Do you use like a natural deodorant like Tom's or a regular one?
I actually just switched from natural back to regular. I tried it for a month, and now I'm back to regular deodorant.
Why? Because it's garbage, right?
It's so wet. It's just the wettest. Yeah, it's not worth it.
It really is disgusting. I mean, I'm trying to like go away from carcinogenic products because, you know, my friend Chico's obsessed with all these things that cause cancer. A lot of young people have cancer now.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So I'm trying to switch towards healthier things, but deodorant, it's like, and I know you're rubbing it on your open pores, especially if you're a girl. It's like you shave, then you rub chemicals into the skin.
Oh, wow. It's like going into your blood.
Right. But I cannot bring myself to use a natural deodorant because they are so disgusting.
Oh, I know. Yeah. And I was actually talking to the store saying, like, I need cancer-free deodorant. And, like, they were that was like a weird question for them.
What made you switch for that month?
Just, I don't know. I was probably going through like a conspiracy theory cancer phase where I was just on the internet a lot. And
yeah. You know that the internet...
it was post my healthy food phase where I was like, I wouldn't eat processed food.
And then what happened?
I don't know. I can't get extreme about this kind of stuff. I can't stick with it long enough to like not convince myself that kale chips are bad. They're all bad. They're not good.
Actually, kale chips are delicious. You're wrong. I'm going to add that to my list for my food test.
Really?
Yeah, I just wrote it down. Yeah, my mom actually makes them for my nephews and makes them homemade. And they're delicious. Really good olive oil, really good salt, and then you throw it in the oven at high heat until it's really crispy. It's so good. I love kale.
Okay, well, so then everyone I know makes them. They're too oily when I get them. I can't. Sometimes I'm just having the wrong kale chips.
Yeah, they shouldn't be soft at all. They should be really crispy.
That's what I said every single time.
You are yelling at me. No, seriously though, that is a great thing. I'm glad you brought that to my attention. Kale chips. I'm going to bring that up now. And just kale in general. Do you like steamed kale?
No, I've never had any other kind of.
Man, in my head, I just started thinking, I'm really creating a boring podcast. I'm just asking people if they like steamed kale. Like, who could this possibly interest? What am I just trying to like put the final nail in the coffin on my career / not career? Listen.
You're just trying to find a topic for all the other listeners that haven't had one yet.
But kale is like divisive. I'm going to, you know what? I stand up for myself here. Kale is a divisive food, and I think
you're a minority, so you should be standing up for it because you are the minority of the kale pro or con fight. You
know what? I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
I'm pro spinach.
Spinach versus kale? You're wrong. I gotta get out of here. I should have stayed on that call, but I can't have kale defamed for spinach's punk ass. Spinach sucks. Once in a blue moon, it's good. Like Italians, when they make it with pine nuts and raisins and they do like Parmesan on top of it. I don't know if you've ever had that. You'd have to be pretty deep into the delicious food scene. What if I just got shot in the head right now through a sniper through this window? I couldn't argue with it. It would be 100% warranted. So yeah, Channing Tatum. God, part of me I hate that I love him. I tried to follow Channing Tatum on Instagram, but all his things and his name on there is like about his wife. I'm like, dude, this is kind of killing my high, bro. Is this Channing Tatum?
It is not. I was Channing Tatum too.
Oh, don't you wish he was here on the line?
I do. We can have some intimate moments.
Do you like kale?
I don't. I've never had it, but it doesn't sound good.
You're
wrong. I know
wrong.
we disagree on that. I'm sorry.
You're wrong, and I hate to start on this terrible... where are you calling from? Let's try to patch things up.
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
I love it there.
I went to your show. It was amazing, and no one else in my row knew who you were, so I think they were scared because I was cheering really hard for you, and they were all just like, oh, she's cool, and I was like, Chelsea.
It's interesting when people give these kinds of compliments because what I want to do is fixate on the fact it's like almost like the comedy compliment equivalent of when someone negs you. They're like, your sweater's ugly, but you have pretty eyes. Like people will be like, a lot of my friends don't think you're funny, but I tell them they're crazy. It's like, do I need to be clued into this? Did I need to be brought into the row of the audience in which no one knew who I was?
No, I was just like, I was excited because I was excited for them to discover you.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
Giving one of your friends a new band, and you're like, oh my God, they're going to love them so much. I'm so excited.
No, I'm extremely sensitive. This is just me. Like last night I had a show. I felt like I had a shitty set. I was avoiding eye contact with people and I felt like it was shitty. And then like this guy who worked at the door was like, you were my favorite tonight or whatever. And like, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm only saying this to say that I will hear everything as negative to the point. And I experienced, are you still there? I really have unloaded onto you a lot. It's not fair. I'll make a terrible mother if I ever have kids. I'm spiraling right now.
I'm 17, so I'm
more mature than me.
I don't know. I think you'd be a cool mom.
Thank you. Bye again.
Can I tell you a story about Magic Mike?
Yes.
So I went downstairs and my dad was out of town and my mom was going to watch like The Help or like some, whatever movie. And I come downstairs and she's watching Magic Mike alone on our couch. And she's like, she's pretty old. It was a revelation for me. She wanted to start the movie and watch it with me. But like, you can't watch Magic Mike with your mom.
No. But honestly, like, The Help is like the mom version of Magic Mike. Like moms could like jerk off to The Help because moms love poignant films.
And my mom's from Louisiana and she like grew up during the civil rights era. So
right.
she would get off on that like 100%.
Yeah, my mom loves anything where she can cry over like racial harmony or cry over any hard luck
yes.
person. Like I'll always be like, how about this movie when I was growing up? Like, let's rent this movie. And it would be like, no, that looks too like depressing, or that looks this, that looks that. She only wants movies that are in the narrow definition of poignant, which like I always joked should be a section in the movie place for her. But anyway, listen, Charlotte, love it there. Do you plan to stay there your whole life?
It's okay.
Why is it just okay? I thought it was, I don't know. I always just kind of blur a lot of my travels together, but I did feel like there's good food there and it's pretty buildings, right?
Where did you eat?
I don't remember. I would have to like search through emails to see what I had eaten.
Well, there is good food here, but it's just like, it's really big and it's like Banks.
Banks.
And I don't know.
Charlotte, come for the Banks. Like, okay, I gotta go. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding. Uh-oh, looks like we're out of time. Goodbye.
Call from
Alex Bird.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello?
Hello?
Alex?
Yeah?
What are your thoughts on Channing Tatum?
My thoughts on Channing Tatum. Well, he's like a detective fan now.
What? We have a bad connection. Am I on speaker? Are you skydiving?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm going for a night walk.
Oh, that's great. I love a night walk.
Yeah, that's why I said it. I'm just trying to impress you.
Wait, where are you right now?
I'm walking around my neighborhood. I've been calling you for like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Just kind of creepily walking around.
I was talking to someone getting about a 35-minute bear story.
Ah, those are long.
Where are you? What city, state, combo?
I'm in Medina, Ohio.
Never been.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
What do you, when you're on a night walk, what does it look like visually around you?
Well, it's kind of interesting now because there's Christmas lights everywhere.
Oh, I love that.
And yeah, hey, I have a question for you. Not to change the subject and control your podcast.
Yes.
But speaking of Christmas and stuff lights, when do you think it's too early to put up lights? Because people did it really early this year.
Yeah, you know what? I don't mind that because I'm really corny about Christmas and Thanksgiving. I love those two holidays. The food for Thanksgiving and the family aspect, even though family can be challenging, I do love eating a bunch of food with my family. Christmas, you know, I'll never get over the childhood feeling of getting a bunch of presents and the trees and the lights and the wreaths on people's doors. And I even like Christmas music. I'm just one of those people. I feel like you either are or you aren't, but I love it.
Yeah. Because I put up a mini Christmas tree in my room, like, I'd say a little less than a month ago. And everybody thought it was weird, but I don't think it's weird.
That's cool. Look, we're allies in this little Christmas festivity.
Yeah, we got to fight together.
You want me to give you a food palate test? I have some new foods in the mix.
Oh, God, I would be so scared that I would get the ding, 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 let's look out of time, goodbye. But I will try it.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, what's the end? It's like, you know. All right. So
YOLO.
I say a food. You say if it's good or bad.
Okay.
Sweet potato fries.
Bad.
Correct. Sausage.
Sausage breakfast or regular?
Any sausage. Blanket statement.
Yes.
Wrong.
Oh, God. I almost said no, too.
Goat.
Yeah, I would have said yes to breakfast sausage because I like that. But I'm not big on, like, regular.
See, I don't even know the difference, but I think they're all kind of gross foods. Like, you always burp up sausage. The texture is not that amazing to me. It's just kind of heavy.
Hard to explain. Yeah, I understand.
Okay. So, goat cheese.
What kind of cheese?
Goat.
No.
Wrong. It's good.
God, I just can't get into it.
Okay. For the final food, kale.
I'm nervous.
Kale.
Wait, what?
Kale.
Hate it? I keep talking over you.
Kale.
Kale, I've never had it.
All right. We're going to go to another one then. American cheese.
Okay, I used to like American cheese, and then I'm in this global nutrition class in my school, and we watched this video on how cheese is so, like, artificial, and it's, like, not even real cheese, and the only good kind of cheese is, like, the kind you get from, like, different countries.
So it used to be yes, but now it's kind of a no.
Incorrect. It tastes great in grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh, you're right.
Yay, Chelsea! We love you, Chelsea!
Oh, I'm getting sounds.
Listen, I enjoyed your vibe. You have a great... What's one of your favorite snacks before we get out of here?
Oh, geez. Oh, I can't think.
Cheez-Its? That's a great one. Here you go.
That was a lot of pressure. I got it.
There you go. Okay.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding.
Okay.
Looks like we're out of time. Goodbye.
Love you. Love you. Love you.
God, if only I had actual love in my life, like real love between a person that I knew who also knew me. I do want to call my grandmother, but it's like I keep taking calls. Marshall Mathers?
Shelky Pirelli.
Marshall coming in hot with a fanciful pronunciation of my name. Do you have something you want to talk about, or do you want me to grill you on your food taste or ask you some questions?
I just got one question. You can ask me as many questions you want. I just want to know, what did you study in college?
That's a great question. I went to Barnard College in New York City. Also, Joan Rivers went there, just as a side note.
A little factoid, that's what's up.
Yes. I studied English writing. There was a English major with a writing concentration. Are you in outer space?
I'm sorry. There's a truck passing by right in front of you looking at me because he wants to know if I have to check his vehicle, but I'm trying to tell him just to go.
Wait, did we talk the other night, or did we talk another Monday? You're a security guard?
Yes, ma'am.
Damn, you really have a lot of leeway with your job of just calling in.
Yeah, like this is like all the important people are pretty much gone, the office staff and whatnot, and not pretty much. I'm gonna say I run the site, but pretty much that's what it is.
Wait, so you're the guy who was talking about psychology class?
Yes, ma'am. I am a psych major. That's why I was so curious. Is like
you're very
what you study.
You're very school focused, you know.
Yeah, I'm extremely focused. Thank you, sir. Have a nice night. And he's gone. All right. Yeah, I was doing the math on how many hours I have to like do like regular stuff as opposed to like school work. Mm-hmm. My daughter, I came out with 48 hours in a week that I actually don't have to do something.
I don't even understand what you're saying.
All I'm saying, I work a lot and I go to school I work 7 days a week. I go to school 6 days a week.
You should quit everything. Have you ever thought about that?
Do what?
Lay out on your couch and just wait till the cops come eventually, or wait till you're evicted. Just let yourself go.
Well, I come up with some pretty good material as far as stand-up wise.
Are you working on stand-up as well?
No. I don't think I'm funny enough to prepare, like do homework for funny and then present it. Because I hate doing like speeches in class. So I don't think I'm pretty funny in like a impromptu setting, but not like let me get this bit in front of this bit and all that. Like no, fuck that.
Right. Well, I don't know. It just sounds like you're working really hard. I guess that's just life, just constant work.
Yeah, like I said, we can't all get paid to be funny.
That's right. That's actually absolutely right.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding. Uh-oh, looks like we're out of time. Goodbye.
Call from
Nate.
Do you like Wolf Blitzer?
Say what?
Are you a fan of Wolf Blitzer?
Wolf Blitzer? No, I think he's got a cool name.
Wolf Blitzer, we love you, Wolf Blitzer. Wolf Blitzer, we love you, Wolf Blitzer. Wolf Blitzer, we love you, Wolf Blitzer. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Blitzer, we love you. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Blitzer, Blitzer, we love you, we love you, we love you.
Chelsea.
What were your feelings?
I think it was a little too long.
You want to criticize something? Criticize these nuts. Fuck you.
And hung up on him. Fuck that guy. 10 seconds too long. Oh, really? Are you sitting there absorbing free content? You feel like it's a little too long? You want to come in and produce songs for me? And be a award-winning producer like Kojak? Hello? Come on, Grandma. Pick up.
Hello?
Oh! Grandma!
Who is this calling?
This is Chelsea, your granddaughter. I'm calling you from my podcast.
Have you made your stuff? Are you having fun?
I'm having fun. I was going to ask you some of your opinions on things for the podcast because I think you have always interesting opinions.
I don't have good opinions about anything. I'm too old for anything anymore.
No, you're not. You're 90 years old. You're sharp as a whip.
That's right, about a whip, and you know how sharp that is.
Now, my grandmother, just so that you guys know, when I went to just go visit, she got up from the restaurant table where we're eating to use the restroom, and she's complaining that her knees hurt. And then just as she clears the door, she's like, looks back at us, me and my aunt, and she's like, you know, they put horses down. So that's to give you just a peek into her POV.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I want to ask you some questions for the podcast. Is that cool?
Yeah, but now, what is this for?
It's kind of like a radio show, you know? Everyone's listening to these things now again that are sort of basically like the radio.
But you want it to be a serious or what?
No, it doesn't have to be serious.
Okay, because I'm not a serious person, you know.
I know. That's why I love you. All right. So what are your thoughts on sharing food, like sharing a dessert? Do you like to do that?
No, I don't like to do that. If someone says, can I have a bite? I say no. I do.
And you've always been that way?
I don't like to share food.
Yeah, it's I tried to get you to share a dessert with me over your 90th birthday, and you flat out refused.
Did I?
Yeah. You don't remember?
No, I didn't refuse, did I?
Remember, I wanted to share that fig upside down cake.
Oh, yeah, but no, I should have shared, shouldn't I?
No, it's fine. I think it's funny that you don't like sharing desserts.
No, I don't. Gina knows that too. Everybody knows it, I think.
Is it?
Because then they'll ask me and I usually outright say no and then they look amazed. But I don't know why. Like, I wouldn't say, can I have a bite of your dinner?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I guess it's just a thing about me.
Yeah. Does it stress you out if someone's taking bites out of your dessert?
Yeah, don't like that. I know.
Now, do you like toilet paper? Do you like the toilet paper flap to go over or under on the roll?
Oh, I've got to have it over. Everybody makes me so nervous when they turn it up against the wall. No, I like it over. What do you? Do you like that?
No, I'm just like you. I like it over also.
See, it is inherited.
It's all inherited. Do you like sausage?
Do I like sausage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. Certain kinds. Not too fatty, you know. I like spicy sausage, though.
Maybe spicy, yeah. I don't know. It's not my favorite. Do you like sweet potato fries?
Yeah, I like them.
But these are not your favorite foods.
They're not my favorite, no. I don't. If I get a choice, I'd rather have the French fries.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you like crab louis?
I do like crab louis. They're my favorite. But I like the solid meat. I like crab leg louis.
Oh, okay.
They're my favorite.
Anytime I see crab louis on a menu, I think of you.
Do you? Did
Yeah.
You know that? Did you know that I like them?
Yeah, I always hear you saying crab Louie. I like a crab
yeah.
Louie.
I love them. They are good.
I love them. I'm trying to work on my impression as you talk. I love them. They are good.
Well, do you like? Have you ever had a crab leg, Louie?
No, I didn't know there was
just a bunch of crab legs.
Mm-mm.
There was a place in Oakland that specialized in those. Oh my God, I've had so many crab legs that I couldn't finish them. You know, really just wonderful.
Do you remember when we went to Francesco's by the Oakland airport?
Yes, I do.
When I was a little kid and I ate fettuccine Alfredo and cheesecake and then I puked in the parking lot.
I don't remember you being sick, but I thought that was a good place.
Yeah.
You did. You overdid it.
I definitely overdid it. That's one of my main flaws.
Oh, my God. Well, it's easy when you really love something to overeat, you know?
Right.
To keep eating it and eating it. It's a terrible thing.
Well, you have really good food taste. You're one of the best cooks I've ever had in my life. And you taught me to put...
Thank you, but I never think of myself as being a good cook, you know?
God, you really could cook.
When I first got married, I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how at all. I think Gene, my husband, told me how to cook. Gene showed me how to buy a ground round and brown it, you know, and then chop all that stuff to make the sauce. And I thought, oh, my God, I'll never make that. It's too hard.
But then you did?
But then I did. I started making it. Yeah, heck, I had to.
You guys were married 50 years, right?
Oh, more, yeah. More than 50 years.
What was your secret, do you think? How did you make it last so long?
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of reasons. First of all, we really were in love, and we just got along. And if I didn't like something, I'd tell him, and vice versa. And we listened to each other. I remember once he hired a real estate gal, and he was telling me how every time he'd come home, he'd say how smart she was and how good she was at everything. And I finally said, "Look, fire her. I don't want her around." And he did.
You said fire her?
He let her go. Yeah. But he listened to me, and I did too. Vice versa.
Wow, so you just told him, fire this lady, and he listened.
Yeah, and that's what you need, someone that listens to you, and if, say, something bothers you, or,
right,
then they feel for you, and vice versa. I think that's probably the main thing, is to listen to each other.
Well, I mostly involve myself with people. If I say something bothers me, they get really upset and angry, or they get, emotional.
Well, maybe you just say it too harshly. Maybe you don't say, it's maybe my fault. This is what's bothering me, you know?
Yeah.
Make it look like you're not so definite about things. I don't know. It's a hard thing. Who knows how marriages last? But ours was a good one.
Yeah.
It really was.
Was it yeah, God, I cannot even fathom over 50 years with one person.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny because now I can hardly, I remember him. It's like another life.
Yeah.
And I've got my own life now, and I'm used to it. And I told Gina the other day, I hardly remember being married. It's like another life I remember. It's a weird way to
do you believe in ghosts?
But all of my dreams were kind of fulfilled when I was married, and then I just started again living. It's sad when you get older and you're kind of alone. Thank God I've got you kids,
Right. But what about if you're just alone your whole life?
Oh, maybe you wouldn't know any difference, and it wouldn't be anything to be lonesome if you're not lonesome when you're alone.
That's true.
Yeah, you don't know what you're missing. So good.
I mean, what is the best part about being married?
Well, at different times, there's different reasons, but the best part's just being together, and it's a companionship and trust. It's a wonderful thing to trust your husband or wife, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I see like second marriages are not so easy because you have been, if your first marriage was
bad,
ended badly, you know.
Right.
And then you have a tendency not to trust as much the next one.
Yeah.
So
well, what a mess. What a mess. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing.
I know. So if you wait and get married much later, then you will trust him because you'll be so happy to find someone you really love.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just saying, "Oh, give it a try," and
you got to be right or die.
It's better to be alone than to be miserable.
Yeah.
With someone, even if you respect them and you don't want to stay married, it's a terrible thing. So I wouldn't. Well, you won't rush into anything, I know.
No, I have significant issues.
You've taken your time. You've proven that.
Now, do you know who Channing Tatum is?
No. Is that the actress?
Oh, no, it's an actor. It's a guy.
Oh, no, I don't know any of the new faces anymore. None of them. Everybody looks the same to me. Their eyebrows are up high, and their faces have little, I don't know, certain look to them. Their eyebrows. Have you noticed?
It's Botox. That's Botox. You're talking about Botox. Everyone gets their faces frozen.
Oh, maybe that's it. But you know, their eyebrows, they seem to be lifted, like they shave them and put them in higher places. Take a look at women's foreheads sometime.
Yeah.
And see if you think that eyebrows are real.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Maybe it's me.
All right. Well, listen, I have to go, but thank you for talking to me about all these different things. Maybe I'll figure out my life at some point.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I could talk to you, honey.
All right, Grandma.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
I was laughing at the end of that call, imagining just going like, all right, well, ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding. Uh-oh, looks like we're out of time. Goodbye. Like just doing that to my grandmother in the middle of her talking. What a cold world. You know, I'm always hoping for her to have this knowledge that will teach me how to do my life right and stuff, but it seems like it's pretty hard to do. I got a strange message on my phone that I did want to play for you guys. I'm a little worried about my living situation. It's some sort of bureaucratic lady called me from the city of Los Angeles and left me kind of an upsetting message that I've been trying to figure out if there's any truth to this or what. It's weird. A bunch of my friends got the same message too.
Yes, hello. This is Deirdre Whitman calling from the city of Los Angeles within the state of California. Due to recent legislation which has been pushed through regarding your zip code, your home where you reside has been retaken, or repossessed by the city of Los Angeles. So at this time, what we do need for you to do is go ahead and vacate the premises and make sure that all your belongings are left behind and that you may leave those for the city of Los Angeles within the state of California. If you do have a vehicle parked anywhere in the vicinity, that is also going to revert to the city of Los Angeles. If you do have any questions about your new status of homelessness within the city of Los Angeles, please do give yourself a ring. That's what we're advising at this time, as we are not able to facilitate
fielding questions from the high volume of evacuees. So thank you very much. And please do, like I said, give yourself a call if you do have any questions whatsoever. You will most likely be quite helpful to yourself at this difficult time. Thank you again, Deirdre Whitman. Have a wonderful day. I don't know. I mean, she did say she was calling from the city of Los Angeles. That sounds pretty official.
Call from
Danny.
Danny? Danny?
Hello?
Oh, weird. Who's this?
Mila.
Mila. How are you, girl?
Kelsey.
How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Feeling very blessed today. Woke up in a good mood for the first time in this week. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good week too.
Great. Are you wrapping things up or what? We done? We done?
Am I?
Did you have something you wanted to talk about? Hello?
Hello?
Mila?
Did I have something I wanted to say? I don't know. What are you talking about?
Well, I got a bear attack story, so I'm all set as far as I'm concerned. But I wondered if you had any questions, or if not, are you a fan of Channing Tatum or Wolf Blitzer? They're hot topics on the show today.
Channing Tatum, yes. Do you want a food test?
You want a food test?
Do you want a food test?
Yes. Go.
Yes. Okay. Capers.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Honey garlic chicken wings.
Good.
No, they're gross.
Honey garlic? I mean, I've never had that. That sounds good to me.
Okay. I don't know. Sweet. It's kind of gross.
Okay.
Beets.
That's a tricky one. Now that I'm in this seat, I see the problem. But if I had to, it is hard. I will say good.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But I don't like a beet salad where it's huge chunks of sweet beets. And I think I need beets in a certain amount of moderation.
Yeah, I like those shaved, like that shredded beet stuff.
Yeah. Or thinner slices. I just don't like when it's like a huge like chunk of beets all over the plate and that's called a salad.
Yeah, no, that's just beets.
It's too sweet. It's too sweet. Okay. What else?
Okay. Blue cheese.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
Hold on.
Salt and chocolate.
What is it?
Salt and chocolate.
Good.
Yes. That's all I have.
Well, listen, that was really good.
Yes.
You truly brought something to the table. Did I get any of them wrong? I'm trying to remember. Did I get anything wrong?
Honey garlic chicken wing.
Honey garlic chicken.
I've never tried it, so it's okay.
Right.
Cool.
Okay. I'm just going off of like honey on chicken is good. I mean, I don't know about honey mixed with garlic, but I feel like, yeah, I'll take the lose on that one. I'll take the loss.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Well, I like that you had a little bit of a game plan. Ding. Uh-oh. Looks like we're out of time. Goodbye. The cops have arrived. I called in this morning to let them know I am on the edge of being mentally unstable, and they have arrived. Let's listen to some messages and see what we got.
Hey, Chelsea, this is Doug in Ohio. I thought you might want to call me because I might be in a demographic you're after, the over 50 guy who works at home.
What?
And has a multitude of life experiences to share with you. Whatever. Besides that, I love coffee. But anyway.
No, thank you.
626-3.
Whoa. It's not quite gonna do it. I love that he thinks that from everything I've said on this podcast, that someone over 50 in Ohio is what I'm looking for.
When did I indicate that? Thanks.
There's so many times where I say things and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is why no one is around. Let's see another one. Uh-oh. This is a long-ass message. Oh my God. Let's start some of it though. This is a crazy long message. We might have a new Oliver. I'm just going to say that in advance.
Hey, Chelsea. So over the last few episodes, I feel like I've become basically a student of your food taste. So I wrote a pretty extensive, actually, almost embarrassingly so, tasting menu for you. I want to read it to you.
Oh my God.
First, we start with a beverage. Lemon lime margarita.
No drinks.
Time, and it's going to be draped with an energy sheet.
Ew.
Then there's an amuse-bouche for you, a very thin slice of Yukon Gold potato, fried in peanut oil.
I don't like peanuts.
With pecorino salt, which I invented. Blanketed with fresh mozzarella, garlic oil, and a slice of white truffle. Then, bunch of small plates. There's a ton of these. 6 raw oysters. Each one gets a dollop of Israeli hot pepper sauce. Then there's a sort of a salad, imported Italian tuna, flaked, tossed with chopped cured black olives, quartered grape tomatoes, these little mandolin French green beans.
Who is this man?
And torn fresh mozzarella. And you're going to dress that with extra virgin olive oil, balsamic vinegar, of course.
Oh my God.
Crispy roasted kale and Brussels sprouts with bacon vinaigrette. Then you're going to have an eggs Florentine made somehow out of leftover Thai food. I haven't figured that out yet. It's going to be served on a Laura Ashley pillow, garnished with R&B music. And then the way it will work is as soon as you're swallowing the last bite of it, the R&B shuts right off and someone grabs the pillow and takes it away.
What?
What else? There's a cheese plate. It's going to be Spanish manchego, English Cotswold, Swiss raclette. The raclette is going to be hot and melty, and it comes with fresh, crusty baguette, quince paste, baby radishes, and those, those tiny little pickles. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Then you get 3 shrimp dumplings. I'm going to have a Chinese grandma wrap those herself, and then they're steamed over a hot plate in the basement.
Who is this person?
Apricot and Szechuan peppercorn for dipping. Getting close to the end here. The pan-seared filet of sole. It's going to be doused in sizzling hot garlic butter at the table. And I know that you hate green peppers, so I'm going to have someone stomp on one while they're pouring the garlic butter. So they'll be simultaneously pouring garlic butter and also stomping on a green bell pepper, hopefully with like a big boot. And then make you spaghetti alla carbonara, a real one that doesn't have any cream in it.
Yes!
Handmade spaghetti, guanciale, a lot of black pepper, and then they'll have some snipped garlic chives over it that were grown on a rooftop in Brooklyn.
Who is this motherfucker?
It's going to be butter lettuce, extra virgin olive oil, fresh lemon juice, salt, pepper. That's it. And I'm going to take raw garlic and rub it on the inside of the serving bowl, so you just get a little bit. And
wow.
Destroy your breath. And then for dessert, you get a trio. First is a completely reasonable slice of Meyer lemon pie with a meringue of toasted marshmallows.
Yes.
And there's a small pot of milk chocolate and Nutella fondue with strawberries and raspberries that are already on sticks. And then coffee cranking through my sundae, which I just invented also, which is a terrible name actually. Handmade coffee ice cream, hot fudge, toasted almonds, espresso foam, and it's served over a dead silence. Okay, bye.
God, that sounds so good. Coffee ice cream with espresso foam and almonds. That sounds so good. That's making me fucking starving right now. I'm driving to Fenton's Ice Cream in Oakland for a black and tan, which was always my favorite ice cream sundae there. Oh, I miss you, Fenton's. I miss you, Oakland. Home of legendary rapper Too Short. Oh my God, man. This is the craziest message I've ever heard in my life. Like, aside from peanut oil, look, I'll allow that peanut oil misstep. I don't really like peanuts that much, but maybe that would be all right. Anyway, 100% ready to press the old.
Thank you for your love.
That was like, honestly was the most exciting message I've ever gotten in my life.
Hey, Chelsea, you black motherfucker. Hey, this is Simone. I need to be on your show just 'cause I'm a fan, and I hang out with Bill Burr on his podcast. I don't hang out with him, but I listen to his podcast, and he gives you the utmost respect. And just you being from California makes me love you unconditionally. So, Chelsea, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing talking to you right now. You're dope. I like your podcast. It's a little weird. Loomis's. I got coffee and hanging through my sis. I don't really know what the fuck that means, but I just know I like you.
Cool.
And I'm drunk most of the time. So when I call you, I'm going to be drunk. But we can talk about my sobriety. Or we can talk about you not being drunk. Or just amazing shit.
Or none of the above.
So I really would like to talk to you. Or anyway, bye.
Here's what I want to play of this message.
Hey, Chelsea, you black motherfucker.
That was my favorite part. Oh, God. What can I tell you? I might be evicted, first of all. It sounds like I'm supposed to move out of my house and give everything to the city of Los Angeles, in the state of California. I don't know what to say to wrap this up. If anything I could say, the best thing I could give in terms of just advice to any of you listeners who are still hanging in there at this point is just to always shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. I wore a swan dress. You get it. I don't know. I need to get some coffee. Definitely, though, let's have Marshall call again every podcast. He always has something interesting to say while he's working his rounds. You know I was technically already off in the distance over the sunset in my car, but I just had to put that final shitty remark in there. No, I'm always rooting for him to have something to say more, that caller. Because his voice, he has a good kind of energy to him, but he just wants to keep talking about college. No one cares about college unless you're in college. If that's the one thing I can impart to college students, no one cares. No one cares about college. I've been trying to talk more like an Italian gangster, like, who cares? You have to see that I'm doing my hands in that like thing where you put all your fingers together on each hand, like in like little points, like, come on. No one cares what your major is. I'm not doing it right. We'll get him next time.
Fucking shut up.
That's me to me. Bye.